Welcome back to Lumi's world, a place full of kindness, courage, and little miracles. Today, our brave kitten Lumi will face a brand new adventure. In a quiet farm surrounded by morning sunlight, something unexpected is about to happen. The morning sun shines softly over the farmhouse, and the little donkey has already started his day's work. Even though the loads are heavy, he works hard. The farmer often stands on the ridge, watching the donkey work. He always thinks the donkey moves too slowly. So, the farmer decides to find another animal. The next afternoon, he brings back a young bull. At that time, the donkey is resting in the yard after a long day's work. Suddenly, he sees the bull walking into the gate. The bull also looks at the donkey curiously, but soon they greet each other kindly and become friends. From the next day on, the donkey and the bull start working together in the fields. The work is still hard, but it feels much better than working alone. When the day's work is done, they eat together side by side. But as the days go by, the farmer begins to notice how quickly the feed is being used up. He thinks to himself, if the bull is stronger than the donkey, why keep them both? And so, a terrible idea grows in his mind. Early one morning, he leads the donkey away toward the woods by the field. They walk until they reach an old, dried-up well. The farmer tells the donkey to help him fetch something from inside. But when the donkey isn't looking, the farmer pushes him hard into the empty well, certain he won't climb out. Then he turns and leaves. That day, the young bull works alone in the field, not knowing why his friend the donkey has suddenly disappeared. In the quiet forest of early morning, Lumi was happily chasing the golden leaves that danced in the breeze. Suddenly, she seemed to hear someone calling for help. Lumi stopped, her ears twitching, then ran toward the sound. When she reached an old, dry well, she saw a little donkey trapped inside, unable to climb out. Lumi immediately thought of her good friend, the little squirrel. So she turned and ran as fast as she could toward the squirrel's home. When Lumi found the squirrel, she quickly told her what she had discovered. The squirrel decided to go with Lumi and help rescue the donkey. Together, they hurried back to the old well. Lumi thought they could use a rope to pull the donkey up. The squirrel said she had seen long vines growing in the woods nearby. So Lumi and the squirrel set out right away to find them. Sure enough, they found long, strong vines hanging from the trees. Lumi and the squirrel placed the vine into the well. The donkey bit one end, and Lumi and the squirrel pulled hard on the other. But for Lumi, the donkey was just too heavy. The vine snapped. Everyone looked sadly at the broken vine, their hearts sinking. But then, Lumi suddenly brightened. She had thought of another idea. Lumi and the squirrel soon found the hedgehog. Lumi's new idea was that they could gather lots and lots of apples and drop them into the dry well. When the apples piled up into a slope, the donkey could climb out by stepping on the apples. Quickly, they filled their bags with apples and poured them into the well. They went back and forth several times until finally the apples formed a soft, shiny hill inside the well. But when the donkey stepped on the apple slope, it collapsed under his hooves. Lumi didn't want to give up. She thought again. This time, they could dig up dirt to fill the well. If they kept adding soil higher and higher, the donkey could walk right out. But soon they realized they were digging too slowly. Then Lumi remembered her strongest friend, the bear. She ran off to find him right away. When the bear heard Lumi's plan, he followed her back to the well, bringing a big shovel with him. With his great strength, the bear quickly shoveled dirt into the well. Soon, the donkey could step right up and walk onto the ground again. At last, they all rested happily under the apple tree. But near the well, a new hole had appeared in the ground. A few nights later, the farmer came into the forest, wanting to see how the donkey was doing. As he walked through the darkness, suddenly he fell into a deep pit. His leg was hurt, and he couldn't climb out. Guess what happened that night? Yes! When the farmer woke up, he realized that Lumi and the donkey had saved him. He felt deeply sorry for what he had done. The young bull was so happy to see the donkey back again. From that day on, the farmer always gave them plenty of food and never made them work too hard again. And so our donkey was finally safe, thanks to Lumi and all her forest friends. Sometimes, even the smallest hearts can do the biggest things. If you loved Lumi's story, don't forget to give her a little like and subscribe for her next adventure.